Welcome to Hot Takes and Beer Breaks.
We were over intoxicated and underinformed.
We're just three dudes talking news and drinking booze.
I'm John.
Jason.
And I'm Justin. To a special edition of Hot Takes and Beer Breaks, where the merriest of Christmases and hoping that all your wishes come true. We are doing today a 64 movie battle royale to the death.
Thank you for adding to the death. I was going to chime in with
To
that too.
the death. And we have a special guest today, Steven.
¿Cómo estás?
And Steven, let's get to know you a little bit better, huh?
Okay.
So John, why don't you take it away?
What's your favorite beer? We'll start off with that. It's Hot Takes and Beer Breaks. So, what's your favorite beer break you like to drink?
Probably Coors Light, maybe some White Claws, anything that's low carb.
Ooh,
Okay, all right.
Low carb boy.
Ooh.
I do have one question that I
Yeah.
saw that, you alluded to.
Yeah.
What's one of your irrational fears?
Home invasion or being the last person to die before the key to immortality is discovered.
Oh yeah, that's got to be rough.
That's gotta suck. It's like, I don't even want to think about it. It just gets
All right, we'll move-
heebie-jeebies.
you got
But
some-
so if immortality is found, but you're like 95, do you still want to keep
Yeah,
existing?
why not? If all my friends are going to be alive and like I'm the only one that dies and misses out on all of that, fuck that. Like,
But even if it's just like a slog because you're like a billion years old,
I'll be a slog, but I'll live forever.
or do you think would you go cyborg?
Yeah, I would do it. If I like, what's the worst thing that could happen? I'm not going to die.
You just take over like Skynet and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get like a robotic arm
Nice. Which arm?
left.
All right.
Good
It's not
choice,
right,
good
but
choice.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, I like what you did there.
Thank you. So we've known you for many a years. Why don't you just so how did you meet Jason?
Probably track freshman year of high school. If I had to. Oh no, you didn't make your debut until your sophomore year.
This is true.
I was about to
This is
ruin
very
that.
So I remember the first day of sophomore year, the teacher was introducing everybody, and I think somebody said that, oh, this kid's from a different school, and I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't talk to you until probably track though, so we
Probably
went
different schools don't like
approximately
them.
7 months
Exactly.
without saying a word to him.
Yeah,
Justin, I've known since. I mean, I've known of you since kindergarten, but I didn't actually meet you until like 5th grade.
Yeah, something like that.
Steve.
And John, I met on the first day of cross country practice. We both forgot our like sneakers, and I think we had like signed some kind of waiver, and neither of us signed it.
Well, we were both the worst cross country runners too.
Damn right, we both came in like last.
We're
and
just
second
hanging out with
class.
each other in the back. We're like, all right, we'll be back here.
Yeah,
Someone's got to lead in the back. Don't worry.
Steve, what do you do? Why are you here for this Christmas episode?
control room operator by day, Christmas expert by night. I've been hounding this guy since December of last year to be on the Christmas special episode, and here we are, baby.
And for people not
yes.
watching on YouTube, who is this guy?
Justin.
That would be Justin.
Justin,
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, is that a question?
you are this guy. Oh, audio listeners.
Yeah.
I hate the audio
People at home.
listeners.
All right.
Thanks, Steve.
Jason, why don't we get started? Because he's here for the Christmas episode. Let's get into the Christmas movies we're going to be
All right.
doing for this bracket.
So as Justin alluded, we went 64 teams. We broke them down into 4 different regions, if you'd like. We're starting off with the classics region. So we
What-
set a year limit, which was, I believe, 95 and earlier.
Mid 90s ish, and then before.
And then before. So let me zoom in real quick. And first up, we have A Christmas Story and Scrooged.
Christmas story.
Christmas story, hands down.
Against Scrooged?
Yes, against Scrooged.
TBS 24-hour special. Come on.
Yeah, but Scrooge is such a classic. It's just Bill
Scrooge
Murray.
is a very good movie.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize they play Scrooge on Christmas Day, 24 hours.
Yeah.
They don't need to.
exactly.
You ever wonder why there's just like,
Yeah, they don't need to because no one wants to watch it because they want to watch Christmas Story. Let's
Yeah.
go.
do you know why there's a 30 pack of beer, of bad beer? Because you need quantity to overcome bad quality. You only need to listen or watch Scrooge once.
Exactly.
And that's why I'm
And that's
choosing a
enough.
Christmas story.
All right, Christmas Story.
I'm clearly outvoted here. I was gonna go Scrooge, but
Wow.
I also
I'm
look
not
forward to the
expecting-
argument.
I'm
can get
upset
that
that
later.
that didn't go farther.
I know it's a good movie. It's a little underrated. Bill Murray does a hell of a job.
It's just Bill Murray being Bill Murray.
Basically, yeah.
Let's move into the next one.
So next up we have the Santa Claus. So the first Santa Claus.
OG Tim Allen.
Yep, Tim Allen against Christmas in Connecticut.
Christmas in Connecticut.
The one I've seen so many times.
Basically, it's your stereotypical classic movie, but us being from Connecticut, shout out CT,
Hell yeah.
go our college basketball.
Just go with
UConn women's, baby.
Let's
There it
just
is.
move Santa Claus on because I think that's what we're doing.
That was very short lived. Next up, we have White Christmas against It's a Wonderful Life.
Ah,
So, do you guys know what White Christmas is?
for the viewers at home, why don't you explain?
Yeah.
It's a movie back in the day. I put it on there because it's my parents' favorite movie. I used to have to sit there and watch it year after year. It's not a bad movie. There's a lot of like musical things. It's about two sisters. They ended up falling in love with like two guys. Like they dance. Like there's a whole. It's a somewhat long movie. It's still a very good movie.
Is Dean Martin in it? I think.
Ooh, maybe. Let me double check.
Well, I'm going to go with It's a Wonderful Life.
Why?
Well, I mean, prevent suicide. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
What?
Wait,
The whole
you're a
thing's
suicide
about-
advocate, Justin?
Well, I can't argue with this. Hot take.
Hot take. I'm against suicide. Yeah, the whole premise of the movie is about like he wants to know what his life would be like if he was never born, and like
Well, that's
he's
not a
shown to him-
suicide thing. That's if he was
Well,
never
no, because
born.
he tries to jump off that. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah.
So it's a wonderful life.
Oh, that makes sense with the title.
So, do you want to hear like the legitimate explanation of White Christmas? Because I feel like it does.
Yeah,
deserve
let's
discussion.
learn about White Christmas.
Give us a little
Okay.
tidbit.
So, Steve, it was not Dean Martin; it was Bing Crosby. That's in it.
Mm.
So, singers Bob Wallace and Phil Davis joined sister act Betty and Judy
Whoopi Goldberg.
to perform a Christmas show in rural. That's a very hard word to say.
You're doing great.
Vermont. There, they run into General Waverly, the boys' commander in World War II, who they learn is having financial difficulties. His quaint, quiet.
Say quaint, quiet.
Whenever
twice.
I hear the word quaint, I always think of you, by the way. Side note.
Oh yeah, there's a really funny story behind that. So his quaint country inn is failing. So what the foursome has to do is to plan a Yuletide miracle, a fun-filled musical extravaganza that's sure to put Waverly and his business in the black.
It's a Wonderful Life for me.
Is it because you got cornered with the suicide thing?
No.
I mean, that's fair, but I do feel like White Christmas does deserve some justice because it is a good movie.
Well, don't forget, we got
And it
the
was
heavy
from the
hitters.
50s.
It's tough. It's
We got
all,
the heavy hitters of all the classics in this one category. I mean, they got to go against each other.
Yeah.
So, and next on the list, we have.
I'm ready to make some people angry. I'm ready for
This
this.
is gonna be rough. This one, I'll tell you right off the bat. We have Jingle All the Way
It's
and
turbo time.
and Home Alone, the first Home Alone. To clarify,
Home Alone.
I'm gonna go with Jingle All the Way.
Turbo Man. Oh my God.
Yeah, how many Turbo Mans are in Home Alone? None. There's many in Jingle All the Way.
You got Joe
He even
Pesci.
becomes Turbo Man. So that's
Justin, make the right choice.
Who's with who right now?
I don't know. I think I can go either way.
It's definitely Home Alone.
It's
but I
very
just wanna
close.
piss people
Home
off.
Alone is absolutely fantastic. I'm actually probably sliding with Home Alone.
When's the last time you watched Jingle All the Way?
The other day, actually.
Last year.
I
man.
just watched it recently.
I just started the other day too.
Look,
So-
if you want to talk, Tom Hanks' wife in this movie is a bad mom.
Tom Hanks.
Rita Wilson's in.
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah. She's the mom. And then Arnold, he's working his ass off trying to get his boy just this doll that he wants.
Yeah.
A Turbo Man. And he
good.
just needs to win his son's appreciation. And then like the wife doesn't care about anything. The neighbor's creepy as hell. So he's fighting an uphill battle.
The wife's trying to cheat on him.
No. The neighbor's trying to bang the wife.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. She's trying to make the Tom hanky panky with the wife, is what I'm saying. But
He punched a reindeer in that movie.
yeah, it did. So no animals were harmed in the making of this movie.
It was
Oh,
a
good.
fake
Except for the
reindeer.
reindeer that got punched.
But let's talk about the cynical demon child of this Home Alone movie.
I thought you were going to talk about Jake
Anakin
Lloyd.
Skywalker.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's Jigsaw incarnated. It is just Home Alone has nothing on Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
And I will die on this hill.
Really,
Yes.
it's very interesting.
There's plenty more action. It's not just a trap house, like a booby
Get
trap
up at my
house.
trap house.
That's what I'm talking about.
I could see what Jason did for the list already because he's in control of it, and he just moved Home Alone over. So I guess that
So,
one.
so
whoa.
I did do that because I thought you were going a different way. just because I was like,
No,
oh, okay.
I'm going to Jingle All the Way. Let's keep
So
going
you're
with it.
going Jingle All the
There's
Way?
more Turbo Men in Jingle All the Way. That's the winning.
Is John, let me hear your argument for Jingle All the Way.
In your Arnold Schwarzenegger voice.
Just besides that, there's
I'm
more Turbo
against
Man.
abandoning children. How about that?
He's not abandoned if he's in his own home.
This
Yeah,
is
but
true.
he got left behind while they went to Florida.
And you're telling me that a family that can afford to take 30,000 kids to Paris on a trip can't afford to just, I don't know, call a babysitter, call anyone to go watch the kid?
Also, he definitely murdered those two bandits. They're
No,
not alive.
yeah.
That's not
still
realistic.
alive.
They come back for the
They're still
sequel.
alive.
They're not dead yet.
Exactly.
We don't mention the sequel.
They're
right
still
now.
alive.
What's more wholesome in Christmas time than trying to get the one gift that'll make your kid happy, and then your kid realizes it's not about the gift, it's about spending time with his dad and his family. All right? That's a good Christmas movie.
And this is before he went on to kill younglings.
John just made a great point. Like, in terms of themes, Jingle All the Way kind of is the better movie.
So are you swayed over?
Home
to
Alone.
I can't believe I got that.
Jason, how are you feeling in this situation?
I mean, you guys do raise good points.
Yes.
Like in the spirit of Christmas, Jingle All the Way is the more impactful.
It is the one that emphasizes the true values of Christmas. And you know what that is?
It does, yes.
What is it? Capitalism.
We got to move off this one
Very
and
correct.
get going to the other one.
Yeah, so we'll go Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
I can't believe we did
I
that.
can't believe that just
Yeah.
happened so
Oh, yeah.
early.
Hot take.
We're going to piss so many people off with that one.
Next one, we are going with Santa Claus 2 versus Trading Places.
Okay.
Trading Places is the Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy movie from back in the old 80s.
Oh.
I thought it was that show on TLC.
No.
So-
Santa Claus 2 is the second iteration of the Santa Claus.
So let's go Trading Places, right?
No, Santa Claus 2, but I don't really remember it that well.
What's Santa Claus 2 about?
Tim Allen's an adult. Tim Allen's son is in,
Hold on, did you just describe the plot of Home Improvement?
Yes.
maybe.
You know what? I'm swayed. We're going with Trading
All right.
Places.
We're going with Trading Places?
Yeah, I'd elaborate more, but I feel like that's a easy one right there. Stevie, if you want to argue it, you
I can't argue. I saw it once, and I remember before I saw it in theaters, I left my coat at TJ Maxx, and my mom had to leave the showing of Santa Claus 2 to find my coat, which she thought was in the car, but it was at TJ Maxx the whole time. And by the time she got back to the theater, the movie was over.
shout out Steve's mom.
All right. So
That is rough.
next
Yeah.
one we got Black Christmas versus Home Alone 2.
We have the original slasher movie that all other slasher movies are based upon. This was the first one, Black Christmas. Now, more importantly, a more cynical and bloodthirsty human being and Kevin McAllister in Home Alone 2 Escape from New York. You know who's trying to escape? The Sticky Bandits.
Yeah.
Home Alone 2, obviously.
Home Alone 2.
I'll say Home Alone 2 because he saves the toy store on Christmas Day. That's a much more wholesome Christmas story.
And is way more capitalist.
Oh, and the Pigeon Lady.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
I remember.
And shows the disgusting other side of America where we let the poor just,
Yeah, New
homeless.
York.
New York.
There we go.
All right. So Home Alone 2 is going on. So next we have Miracle on 34th Street
Ooh.
against A Christmas Carol.
Which
the
Miracle?
1938 classic.
Which Miracle on 34th Street? The 90s one or like the 1800s one?
They made one in the 90s?
I
thought they
They
did.
probably remade this
made a
thing like
lot.
80 times.
Oh.
Miracle on 34th Street. Go ahead.
Well, we're going with the original.
Okay.
This is the classics one.
All right. So should we just do Miracle on 34th Street? Yeah.
Steve,
Yeah.
Steve, if you have any objections, let it rock.
No, I have no objections. Miracle on 34th all the way, baby.
Ooh, we have the epitome of comedy, Santa Claus 3 versus this is a little movie called Christmas Vacation.
So we're doing
Steve,
Christmas Vacation, right?
Christmas
Yeah, obviously.
Vacation.
I feel
Yeah,
like that's
for
an easy
sure.
one.
Yeah, that's
I have no more comments on that.
All right. Next we got.
All right. So that was the end of the first region. Now, nextly,
That was the classics, and we are
Nextly.
moving into the modern era.
I still don't understand why Santa Claus 2 and 3 were in classics.
They were old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The first one, and because they're sequels, we just group them all together in the
Yes.
classic movies.
it's a better explanation, Justin.
Okay.
They get played on ABC Family, which is now Freeform. So I mean, I guess they're classics.
Gross.
Shout out Freeform if you want to sponsor us.
All right. So first up in the modern bracket, we have the Christmas Chronicles, which is a Netflix original.
Yes, with Kurt Russell playing the Saint Nick.
I already
Fun
know what's
fact.
going to move on.
Oh,
Did you know that Walt Disney's last words written down were Kurt Russell?
good?
Interesting.
Yeah, random
And,
fun fact.
Like any reason? Like
No, I think he was doing Disney movies at the time, and I think Walt Disney saw potential in him. So for whatever reason, he wrote his name down, and then he
Yeah.
died.
what
Why
if you
not?
just thought he was cute?
Could be. All
Well, I don't want to get into that.
right. So
We can.
that,
Walt Disney liking little boys.
well, that's enough said. That's going up against Jack Frost.
It's Jack Frost.
I
Steve,
would
Jason.
agree.
Jack Frost.
All right.
All right. So
Jack
Jack Frost it
Frost.
is.
I was fully expecting you to just fully agree with that.
I like dramatic effect.
Okay.
So next
I
up,
don't. Get to the point. Let's go.
we have The Night Before
Oh.
and Four Christmases. Not to get confused with The Night Before Christmas. This is The Night Before.
Or The Nightmare Before
The
Christmas.
Night Before with Seth Rogen. It's
Correct.
awesome.
Correct.
Okay.
I saw that in theaters.
All right.
Oh, nice.
I'm with that because Four Christmases is about what?
Four Christmases.
There's
Like-
only one Christmas. How can it be 4?
I believe it's about a couple that has to go to 4 Christmases.
Huh. Good for them.
Yes. Like,
It must be
That's
nice
a-
to have friends.
That's a busy day.
no. I think it's like parents. Like,
Gotta go to.
I got to go to my mom's and then go to my dad's. Now we got to go to your mom's and your dad.
Why would they make a movie out of that? That sounds
I don't
like
know.
just a
I don't know.
vlog. They could have made a vlog out of that, not a movie.
It was a therapeutic session.
All right. Next we have Snow Globe and Santa Baby. Wow.
I've never heard of either. of these.
Ooh.
Our Christmas
Whoa.
expert really
Yeah, Christmas expert.
showing his real true colors over there.
Have you heard of Snow Globe, the critically acclaimed Snow Globe?
Yeah, I have.
I'll go-
I've researched quality time into this.
Hold on. I'll go with Santa Baby because the song.
Did the song come from the movie, or are
Probably.
they two unrelated events?
Yes.
I'm just going to keep drinking. over
Santa
here.
Baby.
Yeah, let's go with Santa Baby.
Let's go with Santa Baby because we are dumb.
That's a good
one.
reason.
Okay, I was going to give synopsises of both.
No, just move
I
that.
feel like you
Move
found
on.
Snow Globe on a top
Keep
20
Santa
list.
Baby up for the next round, even though it's probably going to lose. We have Last Holiday versus Office Christmas Party. Office Christmas Party is the one with TJ Miller.
Which one are you guys
From
picking?
Silicon Valley.
Yes. And from Deadpool. And something else.
And then he got canceled.
Yeah, he did get canceled.
Or I think he canceled himself. I think he wrote himself off of Silicon Valley and just never did work again. But besides that,
So Last Holiday, that is the Queen Latifah movie?
No.
Oh, what am I thinking of?
The Holiday.
The Holiday. My apologies, listeners.
They are all titled the same, basically.
I might have also miswrote that. It should be Last Christmas. Not Last Holiday.
That makes sense. So, good thing we're organized. So, which one are we going with? Because I'm going to give it to Office Christmas Party. It's a fun romp where people just are turning up at the office, you know.
I'm always down for a good turn up, so I'll
yeah,
go with that.
I like a good Christmas comedy
Have you ever
featuring
had, like-
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, you ever have like turn up, like cut up real thin and then like mix a little bit of mayonnaise? It's almost like a coleslaw.
Nah.
Oh,
pretty
I'm pretty sure the
Creamy
YouTube video is
coleslaw,
going to show
baby.
me just constantly drinking.
Good.
Yeah.
that's the plan. So we're going Office Christmas Party.
We're going Office Christmas Party.
Mhm. All right.
Next, we have a very interesting matchup. We have Love Actually against the Grinch, the Jim Carrey, the Grinch.
I'll go with Jim Carrey Grinch.
Yeah, Jim Carrey Grinch, 2000, baby.
Love Actually, that's the one where there's like a series of different people like meeting, falling in love, and all that.
Well, there's the
You
one.
got like Snape. You got.
I think the guy from The
Hugh
Walking
Grant.
Dead is in it.
Oh yeah, not Coral.
It's the one where the guy is
Coral's
has the
father.
postcards and he's like, "Hey, say it's carolers," and then he's telling his
he
best
in it?
friend's
That's a
wife
cute
that he's in love
movie.
with her.
That's a cute
So-
movie.
He's telling his best
It's a
friend's
good-
wife
it's a
that
good
he's in
romp.
love with her.
Oh, that's not cute anymore. I'm going with the Grinch.
Well, I was going to read you the exact thing. So it's 9 intertwined stories examining the complexities of the one emotion that connect us all, love. Among the characters explored are David Hugh Grant, the handsome newly elected British Prime Minister who falls in love with a young junior staffer. I don't know what her name is.
I think that happened in the 90s in the White House, but it was a little weird.
Probably. Sarah, a graphic designer whose devotion to her mentally ill brother complicates her love life, and Harry, a married man tempted by his attractive new secretary.
Oh.
That was the 2003 film.
So yeah, after all that, we'll probably. I'm going with the Grinch.
We're going with the Grinch.
Yeah, Grinch.
All right. Next, we got Last Christmas on Netflix and Deck the Halls.
Ooh, 2 powerhouse movies. I would let you guys choose first.
I'm a big fan of Always Sunny, so Deck the Halls.
I'll go with Deck the Halls.
Yeah, Deck the Halls is good.
Matthew Broderick, he's in Deck the Halls.
Yeah, he is.
Do you know that he killed a man?
I'm not surprised.
Drunk drive. I think it might have not been drunk driving, but I think it could have been.
I thought you meant his murdering of Godzilla back in 1999.
No.
Oh, close
Classic.
That wasn't a man. That was a hero.
Anywho,
Next up, we have. I feel like this is very, very self-explanatory. Elf or Krampus? Clearly Krampus, right?
Yeah,
Clearly,
yeah, obviously,
without
yeah.
question.
No, come on, it's Elf.
Yeah.
It's Elf.
what?
Let's go.
No, it's Krampus.
You tell me what a Krampus is, and then I'll give it to you.
If you have to ask,
Tea and
You're not
Krampus.
ready.
too good.
Teen
Teen
Krampus.
Elf it is.
Next, we have Christmas with the Cranks and Noel.
I am sick of this monopoly that Tim Allen has on Christmas, apparently.
Because it's Christmas with the Cranks.
It's bullshit. No, I'm going Noel.
He is in a lot of Christmas.
He's the
movies.
Christmas man.
Yeah. Tim the Christmas Man Taylor.
I like it.
Nice.
I'm going with Noel because it was a fun movie. Bill Hader's in it. Anna
That's
Kendrick.
the one. Yeah, so that's the one
Yeah.
with Anna Kendrick, right?
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
In it, Bill Hader is next in line to become Santa because it is a lineage and a monarchy, apparently.
Of course.
Not really, but so he doesn't want to be Santa. But it turns out that Anna Kendrick got all the gifts of Santa. She's able to speak any language. She can tell when people are naughty or
Cool.
nice, and it's just a fun romp on Netflix.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any objections to Noel?
No?
I'm cool with it.
So that was the end of that region bracket part. Now we're on to the next one, which is animated and or TV movies. First up, we have Santa Claus is Coming to Town and Frosty the Snowman.
No contest. It's Frosty.
Frosty.
See, I know it's Frosty, but Santa Claus is Coming to Town has an underrated song, one foot in front of the other. Just saying, but it's Frosty. Let's move it on.
Yeah, Frosty or Santa Claus is Coming to Town is a very good movie. Next, we have Klaus, the Netflix original, against Rudolph's Shiny New Year's.
Rudolph.
I don't even care if it's a New Year's one. The Klaus was just kind of like a generic cartoon.
Yeah, it had nothing going for
Yeah,
it.
you throw it on, let your kids watch it, and they're like, "Hey, Jesus!"
But I'm not saying that Rudolph is good. You're just taking a character that everybody loves and giving it like a spin-off movie. But
Yes, I've seen Iron Man 2.
And 3. Next we have Rudolph's Shiny New Year is going on.
barely.
Next we have The Grinch, the Netflix Grinch with Benedict
Bernadette Cumberbatch.
there you go. Justin said it.
Mhm.
Going up against a Charlie Brown Christmas.
Charlie Brown Christmas.
So that
Charlie Brown Christmas.
Grinch was fairly good, but I don't think it stands up to Charlie Brown Christmas.
No.
It's Charlie Brown Christmas.
It's too classic. Like the Charlie Brown tree is so iconic.
Yeah, exactly. So Charlie Brown's going on. Next we have Mickey Mouse's Once Upon a Christmas going up against The Ultimate Christmas Present.
Disney's Ultimate Christmas present.
Ultimate Christmas Present. The
Which-
DCOM original.
Ooh, which is a classic movie. So I'm going with the Ultimate Christmas Present due to having such fond memories of it. And Mickey's kind of just a cash grab no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ultimate Christmas
Ultimate
Present.
Christmas.
Ultimate Christmas.
Okay. So
I could
next-
see what Jason typed into the thing, and it was
did, it
not
was
what we
great.
picked. I already know what the next one is. So the next one we're going to do is Rudolph versus how. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Rudolph
Ooh, this
versus
is a
How
good
the
one.
Grinch Stole Christmas.
And this is the OG no talking with the narration over the top old school looking Grinch.
Mhm.
It's Rudolph.
I have no arguments against it. I am all for Rudolph. I do not. I think the Grinch is highly, highly overrated.
Oh.
I'm not a fan.
Hot take.
Oh,
I am
Yeah, that's
not
a
a
hot
fan.
take.
I
That's
am
a hot take.
sturdy on Team Grinch.
All 3 of them, I am not a fan of any of them.
So you're telling me a story about this deer who has something genetically wrong with him.
Excuse
at
me,
first.
hold on. A deer that saved Christmas?
Hold on.
That overcame
Who
his
nobody gave a
birth defects?
Who nobody gave a shit about until he was useful to them.
That's everyday life.
Hey, give him his respect. He's a reindeer. He's not
Whatever.
a regular
Yeah,
deer.
he's not a-
He's a reindeer.
You can fly.
Whatever. He was ostracized by the rest of the herd pack, whatever deers do, until he was useful to them. What happens when it's not Foggy? Are they going to give a shit about Rudolph? They're not going to let him play any reindeer games.
So you're condoning bullying in Rudolph, correct?
Yes.
The people of Whoville bully the shit out of the Grinch.
Yeah, just because he
Yeah.
different.
If anybody was ostracized, it was him.
Yes.
They sent him to the fucking mountain.
But did they all of a sudden have a trait that
Hold on.
allowed him to be useful to the public?
Do you guys hear that? It sounds like a hypocrite.
A hypocrite.
Gotcha.
So
Because you're condoning bullying in one, but not the other.
No. But he was bullied and pushed out. And then they didn't pull him back in when it was useful for him. He had to work himself. He had to have a hero's journey across. Not Rudolph's hero's journey.
That's not true.
Hold on. Rudolph's hero's journey is literally he had everything he needed. He was a nice deer and nobody gave a fuck about him until he was useful as a
Reindeer.
headlight.
Nice reindeer.
They didn't care about the Grinch until he stole Christmas, and then he gave it back, and they were like, okay, we got to be nice to this guy or else he'll steal Christmas again next year. That's the reason they're nice to the Grinch.
Yeah.
All right? So
It's
they're
called
all...
power, John. You know what Rudolph doesn't have? No power, unless he's useful for it.
Steve, where are you
Rudolph
going?
has
on
a
this?
superpower, though.
Is
He's
it
got
a
the red
superpower or a
nose.
defect? He can't sneak up on anyone.
Steve, which way are you leaning on this? Are you
I
leaning
don't know.
Rudolph or
I think
Grinch?
I'm having like a Jingle All the Way revelation right now. I wanted to say Rudolph, but now I might be thinking Grinch.
The Grinch is a story about someone who has just been discarded by society, who never knew how to love.
This is getting real personal for you, huh?
Yeah. Who never knew how to love. And then when he finally realized what the true meaning of Christmas was, not that he was useful in the moment because everyone was having a foggy day.
Fine. You're condoning animal abuse because he takes that dog and he makes it work overtime and he puts reindeer antlers on it and he
Makes him
glues
pull
them
a
on.
500-pound sled.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Animal abuse.
Yeah.
That's what you're condoning right now.
Dogs pull sleighs. How many reindeers do it?
Excuse
Not
me.
500-pound sleighs.
Yeah, not 500-pound sleighs like Steve said, and it's not one dog; it's multiple dogs that are working together as a unit.
Reindeer. Multiple reindeer.
No, we're talking about
Plural.
sleigh dogs. That's what he's trying to say about
Snow
dogs.
dogs
pulled-
featuring-
Dogs. That's a good one.
But it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer because he overcame his obstacles. And
He didn't overcame anything. The situation was convenient for everyone else to accept him.
just like in the Grinch, it was
No,
convenient
no,
for them to
he-
accept him so that we could get Christmas
What
back.
happened was he stole Christmas, and the Who's just convene around each other, realizing Christmas isn't about presents. So he thought that he stole Christmas, but he can't steal what is really important: love and affection for your family.
You know what he can steal?
What?
Abusing dogs, because that's what he does in that
Alright.
film.
The three of us are going in circles. Steve, what do you say?
Oh,
I'm going
man.
to go with Steve. Whatever Steve says, whatever his choice is, that's where it's going.
Christmas experts.
Snow Dogs featuring Cuba Gooding Jr.
Bet. Change it.
Sounds good.
So how the Grinch stole Christmas is moving on? Is that what it is?
Is that where you're leaning, Steve?
I guess so.
Okay. So how the
I
Grinch
didn't
stole
wanna
Christmas.
say it.
Dang. All right. So next we got the Tangerine Bear versus A Nightmare Before Christmas. Do you want to describe Tangerine Bear?
The Tangerine Bear it takes place in a toy store. This was a movie I watched when I was a wee lad. Basically, it's this little bear, and then there's a lot of holiday stuff. I don't remember it too well, but I remember the emotion behind
It's
it.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, Snow
Yeah,
Dogs.
it's against Nightmare Before Christmas.
He said Snow Dogs again.
Next, we have Disney's A Christmas Carol going up against The Year Without a Santa Claus.
Year Without Santa Claus.
Clearly, A Year Without a Santa
Year
Claus.
Without Santa Claus.
Okay, I'm glad we're all on agreement.
I was going to go with the veteran Christmas person, Jim Carrey.
Yeah. So, lastly, in this region, we have Polar Express against the Winnie the Pooh Christmas. There's more words.
We're
to it. I
going
just wrote
Winnie the Pooh, baby.
I'm not opposed to it.
I'll save my arguments for another time.
Well,
so.
I just don't like the
Yeah, I want to hear
Polar
your hot
Express.
take.
I just don't like the uncanny valley of the Polar Express.
The CGI has not aged well at all.
It's just creepy. Like,
You got ASAP Rocky on the friggin' train. No deal, Howie Mandel. I don't like it.
All right. So Winnie's moving on. So next for our last region, we have a very controversial region.
oh yeah.
Movies that essentially take place during Christmas. So to start off, got a nice heavy hitter starting off. Rocky IV and Die Hard 2.
Rocky 4. It's Rocky 4.
Rocky 4.
Yeah, it's Rocky
American
4.
classic.
Yeah, I will. And I was going to say Die Hard 2 is probably my least favorite of the three.
Damn.
There's actually 5, Bender. But
Next, we got
Okay, you
Lethal
said that.
Weapon.
No, I was just talking about
The good ones.
the good
okay.
ones.
Yeah, I
The
respect that.
recognizable ones.
Next, we got Lethal Weapon versus Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Ooh, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, the classic Robert Downey Jr. and Val Kilmer movie from 1998.
It's not a bad movie, but I don't think it has anything on Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, we'll just do
Yeah,
Lethal Weapon. Next, we have Batman Returns versus The Holiday.
So this is The Holiday is the one with Queen Latifah.
Classic.
Yeah.
Batman Returns.
Just out of respect for the holiday movie, we had to throw it in here because we ran out of space in another category.
Okay.
That's fair. Next, we have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
In the UK, for all our overseas listeners, it was Philosopher's Stone.
Okay. Going up against Mean
You
Girls.
big nerd.
And they are going up against Mean Girls.
Wait, the movie was called Philosopher's Stone in the UK?
Yeah.
I thought it was just a book. Wow.
They changed it for the American audience because they think we're dumb, and they're not wrong.
Yeah, they make a lot of
So
sense.
should we go with Harry Potter just because it makes the most sense?
No, I'm going with Mean Girls here.
You want Mean Girls?
Yeah. hell yeah.
I thought for sure you were going to go Harry Potter. I was just going to, all right, Mean Girls.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Mean Girls?
I
Yeah,
just
I'm fine
watched
with
Mean
that.
Girls for the first time this year, and I would go with Mean Girls.
Next, we have.
I like how we just skated past that.
Oh, yeah, of course. Next, we have Just Friends going up against Gremlins
Ooh, Gremlins.
with Gizmo
Spielberg classic.
and all the fun.
Spielberg, right?
Don't ever
So you're
do them
saying
after
Gremlins?
midnight.
I'm going Gremlins.
I'm clearly
Gremlins.
going Gremlins.
All right, Gremlins.
Just Friends was okay.
Next, we have Fred Claus versus Bad Santa.
Ooh, 2 cases of bad Santas, basically.
Yeah, this is interesting.
I thoroughly laughed took us off at Bad Santa.
Really?
So we'll just do
Yeah.
Bad Santa.
Wow, I
Bad
guess
Santa.
so. We're giving movies no time of day.
Yeah.
I'm.
You want to say Fred Claus?
No.
Okay.
Next, we have Iron Man 3 versus Die Hard. So Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Yeah,
What?
Die Hard.
Oh, yeah, but
And lastly, we have Planes, Trains, and Automobiles with podcast favorite, Mr. Chevy Chase. Or sorry, John Candy. Oh my God, I feel really bad now.
Candyland himself.
Going up against a very merry Harold and Kumar Christmas.
The classic stoner flick during the holidays
Yeah.
by the one guy who worked in the Obama administration for something.
Planes, Trains, and
Yeah,
Automobiles.
so it's Planes and Trains.
Yes.
All right.
All right, so that
back to-
concludes the first round.
Damn, I am thirsty.
You are. Well, it
Yes.
just so happens we have a lovely scrumptious beer in front of us that we are all drinking.
What are we drinking?
It is called Jingle Zombie from Kings County Brewers Collective over in Brooklyn.
Nice.
It's a nice fruited sour beer. It's very good. It's not overpowering with the sour. Like it's got a nice hanging after taste to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's very good in my opinion.
It's like how festive and creepy the
the can is
can.
absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, do you want to describe the can, Jason? Because this is what caught your eye at the store, right?
Yeah, that's how I buy my beers, listeners. I look at the cans, and if they look cool, I buy them. Whatever they are, I buy them. So on the can, we got a elf busting out of a toy store or the North Pole. I don't know.
Yes.
I see North Pole, and I mean the elf's got a candy cane in one hand, a chicken leg in the other. He's foaming at the mouth. He's got a couple cuts on him. He's definitely looking zombie-ish.
And Steve, you're a Coors and keto beer type of guy, aren't you?
Yeah.
What do you feel about this beer?
I got a big Warheads vibe from it. So
Ooh, yeah,
I'm a
that-
big fan of sour candy, so
Nice.
this
Yeah.
was the way to go.
It's actually very
Do you
accurate.
drink sours
representation.
often?
Never.
Ah, sours.
Just Coors Light.
Sours are a favorite of the pod.
Yeah, great beers. All right, so we're going to start the second round, and we're going to go back
Second
up to the classics. So we have A Christmas Story against The Santa Claus.
Ooh.
Christmas Story.
Oh man.
That's a heavy hitter because the first Santa Claus is probably the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, without question.
Yeah. I'm going to go with A Christmas Story because it means so much to me.
For those that don't know, I cannot absolutely stand The Christmas Story.
Wow, spoilers.
I think it's fucking awful. So
So
I'm going to
Christmas
go,
Story.
The Santa Claus.
Tim Allen murders Santa in that movie, and I'm not okay with that.
He doesn't murder him.
John doesn't condone murder, so
Yeah, I don't condone murder.
He
In
had
the
a-
original script of the movie, he was going to shoot Santa.
Really?
Yeah, but they
Yeah, because they
changed
thought
it.
he was an intruder. But
Wow.
he just has a workplace accident. He can collect workers' comp. It's fine.
Not when you're dead.
He didn't
What
die.
happened to Mrs. Claus in that
Santa?
that
Yeah,
universe?
he didn't die. He just got hurt and couldn't work.
No, he disappeared. He like ghosted away.
Yeah, it's like Obi-Wan. He just
I
like,
thought he just got hurt and couldn't
I mean,
work.
I don't blame Tim Allen for it because every time that I've accidentally spooked somebody and murdered them, I always put on their clothes and then become their job.
Yeah, Jason.
That's how I became a doctor.
So it's a Christmas Story.
Yeah.
Christmas Story.
Sadly, it is. Next, we have It's a Wonderful Life against Jingle All the Way.
There's more turbo time in Jingle All the Way, so Jingle All the Way.
I love how that is your argument.
Wait, hold on. I do have a stat here. There is, in fact, 100% more turbo time in Jingle All the Way.
Well, hey, that's a very convincing stat. Can't go wrong with that. I mean, who knows?
I mean, unlike Justin, I am anti-suicide, so I'm going to go.
You're gonna go.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Wow.
So Steve says Wonderful Life. You guys are Jingle All the Way.
The only good thing about A Wonderful Life is the one homage that Jim Carrey did in Bruce Almighty, where he just lassoed the moon and pulled it in close. But that's the only cool thing.
That's a very fair point.
So I'm going with Jingle All the Way.
I like me some Jingle All the Way too.
Oh, man. Let's make it
Sorry,
that far.
Christmas expert.
Next up, we have Trading Places against Home Alone 2.
Home Alone 2, without a doubt.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
I feel like
Yes.
for multiple reasons we stated earlier, definitely Home Alone 2.
Yes.
We need Home Alone representation in this bracket, so.
Yeah, I know. What's all this Home Alone hate in there?
I
Next
can't
up,
believe we got to take it out so.
next up, we have Miracle on 34th Street against Christmas Vacation. That's what
John?
Chevy Chase.
I'm good with whichever movie. Miracle on 34th Street.
Wow, gross.
Wow.
Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation.
All right,
for sure.
I'm going Miracle on 34th Street unless Steve can sway me. Tell me why Christmas Vacation, which may be one of your favorite movies for the holidays.
It is.
Give me an answer. Why?
I can't. I'm drawing a blank right now for the guy that plays Cousin Eddie.
Oh, I love Cousin Eddie.
Just him alone in the movie makes it A-tiered. Best movie all time. Next to Godfather. Next to Godfather Part 2. Christmas Vacation number 3.
That is a reason.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Cousin Eddie.
Randy Quaid.
Yes.
Randy Quaid.
All right. So nextly, we're moving down to the modern bracket. And we have Jack Frost against The Night Before.
Jack Frost.
Have you seen The Night Before? It was so good. I saw it in theaters, and I actually bought the Blu-ray after it came out. It was friggin' awesome.
Do you want to describe it to us?
It's Seth Rogen, and the guy who I think his name is Anthony Mackie, the guy that plays
Yes.
Falcon in Avengers,
Yep. Anthony Mackie.
and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and they're all celebrating Christmas, and they buy drugs from what's his name? I don't know his name. But they buy drugs from him, and
Yeah.
Seth Rogen's going through a lot of stuff because his wife is pregnant, and so he takes acid or something like that, and he has a hallucination that Anthony Mackie's mother is an octopus. It's great. Everything about it.
so are we doing that?
I'm swayed.
All right, Night Before.
Yeah, definitely.
I gotta watch this movie.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
All right. Next, we have Santa Baby and Office Christmas Party.
Santa Baby.
Office Christmas Party.
Just for the song Santa Baby.
Okay.
I'm going Office Christmas Party.
So Office Christmas Party is the one with TJ Miller, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. He is in fact canceled.
He is. Yeah.
Oh my God. Are we
So
canceled?
Who's in?
We're probably canceled.
Who's in Santa Baby?
I don't know.
Okay.
We did this based on the song.
Oh, that's right. I could care less about the song. I'm gonna go Office Christmas Party.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes. Yes.
So that's what's moving on.
To all of our listeners, sorry if we haven't seen all of these. There's 64 movies.
All right. Next, we have The Grinch, the Jim Carrey one, against Deck the Halls.
Jim Carrey Grinch.
Yeah,
Jim Carrey Grinch.
Jim Carrey Grinch.
Ooh, lastly, for this side, we have Elf and
Elf.
Noel.
Elf. It's Elf. Just moving on.
I will say, if you watch Noel, you're gonna get a lot of Elf vibes because it's somebody who grew up in the North Pole, like fish out of water type thing. Except she's in Phoenix, Arizona, because I'm assuming a budget.
Probably.
But yeah, I recommend it.
Okay.
But Elf.
But yeah. All right. So now for our animated / TV bracket or region, whatever you want to call it, we have Frosty the Snowman against Rudolph's Shiny New Year.
Frosty.
Frosty.
Yeah, I
Fuck
feel
outta
like
here,
that's
Rudolph.
a pretty
Bye-bye.
easy one. Next, we have a Charlie Brown Christmas against the Ultimate Christmas Present.
Charlie Brown Christmas.
Ultimate Christmas present.
Charlie Brown.
Really? I'm gonna go with Charlie Brown too. I feel like that's just too iconic.
I just love the ultimate Christmas present. How it's just like somebody who lives in, I believe, California or somewhere that doesn't get snow often. They just get the snow machine, and then they just cause like probably a lot of concern for the people living there. Because like, think about how many people down south. Like, shout out to our southern listeners. Good job, Georgia, this year. Who just like. They get a dusting of snow and all hell breaks loose.
Yeah.
Good job, Georgia.
All right. Nextly, we have How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It's the OG animated one against The Nightmare Before Christmas.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas is garbage. Who would ever vote for that one?
I hate you so much.
I'm going with The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Really?
Yes. It is fantastic stop motion animation, not directed by Tim Burton, although his name is plastered all over it.
Yeah, that's right.
Wait, it's not?
No, it's a Tim Burton. I think he just produced it, but some other dude directed it, which I can't remember his name if you can look it up. But
that's okay.
Not only does it encapsulate, this movie can be played from October all the way to the end of the year.
So I feel like when you hear this movie, you, for whatever God knows what reason, you think Halloween.
No.
Yeah,
I always think Halloween.
The word Christmas is in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never understood why people were like, oh, this is a Halloween movie. I was like, but it says Christmas in it. And then you actually watch it, you're like, this makes sense for Halloween.
It feels like a Halloween movie more so than a Christmas. It feels like it's a Halloween movie that takes place in Christmas. Like, it's just weird. Like, I would go with How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I think it's just much more iconic with Christmas than it is the other one.
I'll give you that one.
That's fair. All right. Lastly, for this round, we have The Year Without a Santa Claus and Winnie the Pooh.
Year Without a Santa Claus.
Yeah, there's no question.
Winnie the
Without
Pooh.
Santa Claus.
What was Winnie the Pooh against originally?
Polar Express.
Yeah.
Uncanny Valley.
All I wanted was Polar Express to get defeated. So as long as that.
All right. So for our last region, we have Rocky going up against Lethal Weapon.
Rocky
4.
Rocky 4.
Okay. So that was quick and simple. Next, we have Batman Returns and Mean Girls.
Mean Girls.
Very interesting.
I would go with Batman Returns.
Which one's Batman Returns?
It's the one with
Is that with
second,
Arnold?
Second
Snow.
Keaton.
It's the penguin.
Oh, it's Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
I might go Batman Returns just because of Danny DeVito. He's a great penguin.
I'm going Mean Girls because we do have to make some rules here. And in my mind, with these movies that aren't technically Christmas movies, I'm giving more credit to Mean Girls for having such like their Christmas part of their movie had such a big influence. So I'm going with that because that Christmas pageant was very important.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm about that. Sounds good. Next we have Gremlins and Bad Santa.
Ooh.
I'm going Gremlins.
Gremlins
Fucking
all
love
the way.
Gizmo.
Yeah, I'm going Gremlins.
Okay. I already know what's moving on from that.
Die Hard.
Yeah, it's Die Hards and Planes, Trains, and
Sorry,
Automobiles.
John Candy. We'll come back to you someday.
Yeah, John, you're
And that's our first 2 rounds. You can tune in on our next episode. Keep an eye out. It'll come out on Thursday. Now, Steve, where can the people find you?
on Twitter, and sometimes I post on Instagram. I post more.
And what is your handle that we can?
On Twitter, I am SAINTCONTNTUS.
Yes, and if you did not follow that, we will have it linked below, and we will see you all again eventually when the next episode comes out.
Thanks for drinking with us. Find us at Hot Takes and Beer Breaks on social media and wherever you get your podcasts. Cheers.
Adios.
Bye. This song is a banger, too.
It is a good song.
And it's got a penguin.
Yeah, really?